Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Fireant Fishing, and today we're going to be talking about how I installed my hinges, my latches, and my struts on my hatch doors. I hit these hinges up with some sandpaper just to give them a little bit of a roughening, and then I sprayed them with spray paint that'll match the carpet. I start off by cutting a 2-inch hole in the hatch door, and this is where my latch is going to be. I like to cut it about 1/8 of an inch above where the hatch door sits on the frame. Next, I did a little trick that Michael Lopez told us about. I took the back side of the latch and cut out the little notched piece. This is important to do if you're trying to make this latch work on 1/2-inch plywood. Now I just need to dry fit the latch and make sure that the entire hatch still sits into place real nice. Now I just need to find the placement of my hinges. Depending on the size of the hatch, I usually like to put them about 2 to 2.5 inches in from the outside of the hatch. This is one of my bigger hatches, so I'm going to go ahead and do 2.5 inches. Because my deck is already attached to the frame, it sits lower than my hatch door. So I always start on my hatch door side when attaching these hinges. I start off using a little pilot hole and then run back over it with the 3/16" drill bit. Then I go back through it with the 3/16" drill bit and make sure that I'm making a little mark onto the frame below. You can see the 2 little marks that I made on the frame, and one of the rivets are going to get in the way of those holes, so I need to go ahead and relocate that rivet. Next, I did a little technique that John from Outlaw Garage and Restoration told me about. I follow the marks that I made in the frame with a bigger size drill bit, and this is going to keep the back side of the rivet from hitting the frame when it's shut. After a little bit of cleanup, I put the hatch back on and I was ready to attach the hinges. I added some silicone, put the hinges in place, and then riveted them in. And now it's just about connecting the other side. Now it's time to attach the strut. I start off by putting the center of the ball on this mount 2 3/4 inches up on the hatch door. Then I run a pilot hole in the top and bottom of the mount. I once again add a little bit of silicone and then drill it into place. The black side of the strut always goes on the hatch door. Next, I hold the hatch door up where I want it to be when it's fully open. Then I take the other mount end of the strut with the bracket that I made, and then I'm able to find out where it needs to be mounted at. And then drill 2 holes for rivets. Then I put my mounting bracket back into place and just try to make a couple little indentions on the bracket so that I know where to drill the holes. Once the holes were made for the bracket, it was just riveted into place. I'm not done yet. I need to take out the latches again and waterproof the inside of the hole. And I also need to paint the heads of these rivets because the silver is just ugly. There are some hatches that don't have the latches on them because I either didn't need them or they wouldn't work. A good example of that are my live well hatches. There's no way for me to install a latch on this door with the live well being underneath it. So right here, this is just like book bag strapping. I got it at Joann Fabrics. I didn't have an old book bag to use to cut up, so I just got the fabric. Added a little bit of the glue that I used for the carpet on the back and then just stapled them in. So now I have little lift up spots for those. So the next big thing that I need to do is figure out a mount for the front trolling motor. And once that's done, we'll get working on the electrical stuff. And we're also going to be talking about the power source I'm going to be using. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching.